It's a thin line between telling your story and telling other people's business. So, how do you tell the facts to what you feel and be authentic and transparent and not make other people feel, look, or, defame other people? How do you do that? Sometimes you can't worry about the other person because you got to tell your story. You got to live in your truth, right? Just be thinking about that sometime because it's like, like for me, my mother um, has passed on. And, in order for me to live in my truth, sometimes I have to be able to say, y'all like this gray eye filter? I have to talk about the things that I experienced with her, which wasn't always pleasant, in order to, for one, free myself and be, I don't really have any, issues around it anymore because I was able to process through a lot of that. But, or to forgive, I was able to forgive. But that doesn't mean that I have I still don't have residuals of what I went through. You know what I'm saying? It's like just because I forgive someone, that doesn't mean that I still don't feel the pain. I still don't feel I still don't feel what I went through. You know what I'm saying? Or still don't have I still may have the residuals, feel the residuals, or experience the residuals of what I experienced. You know what I'm saying? So, sometimes I have to speak my truth, and, it may not always appear like, it may make my mother look like a bad guy or whatever like that, you know what I'm saying? But it's my truth. It's what I experienced. It's my story, you know what I'm saying? And it's what made me who I am, and some of it is challenges I go through, some of it is things that I've overcome. Some of it is ways in which I turned out, you know, because I didn't want to do what was done to me or experience what was done to me or repeat, you know what I'm saying? So, I really think it's a thin line, and I think that you have to kind of work through that with yourself. For some people online, honey, they just get on here and they don't give a damn who, when, what, where, and I don't see them as wrong either, because sometimes you got to say what you got to say, and it don't matter who is a part of it, especially if you need that, you need that. You need that for yourself. You need to express. You need to free yourself. You need to, therapy. It's therapy for you. So, what y'all think?